Malcolm, first of all, congratulations on the film. I'm a huge Space Jam fan, and I'm even a bigger diehard Michael Jordan fan. So, like, it's hard to compete with the first one here, but this one did it. It blew it out of the water. I love this Space Jam: A New Legacy. It is so much fun to watch. But LeBron James is one of the most recognizable athletes in the world, and it's only fitting that he fills the role in being the star athlete in this film. Can you talk to me about the collaboration process working with LeBron?
Well, thank you for saying that. I'm glad you enjoyed the film. LeBron is great. As you said, he transcends sports. From the moment that he came into my consciousness, I was a fan. He's great to work with. He takes his job very seriously. He takes his day job very seriously. He'd be on for the set, call. He would be working out, at 3 o'clock in the morning, getting stuff for his upcoming season, which was last year. He was great to work with. He loves to be directed, loves to be silly, loves to, and he had a real trust, with me that we fostered over, the time that we got to work together. So it was great to work with him.
Now, at the core of Space Jam: The New Legacy, this is really a story about a father and a son. Can you talk to me about the relationship we see between Dom and LeBron and how that kind of goes throughout the film?
That was what attracted me to the project most of all. Besides the Looney Tunes, besides LeBron James, was this core. At its core was this father-son story. I'm being the father of 3 boys myself. I can very much relate. Into being a parent who wants the best for their children and to help them go in the direction that I went. But they're going to have their own personalities. They're going to make their own decisions. And as a parent, you have to learn to accept that, and that takes a while. I think that's why it's a great message for families, and particularly for parents to children. You do have to let them go at some point. You guide them, but at some point you got to let them be who they're going to be.
Absolutely. Now, Don Cheadle plays Al-G Rhythm, and he is so much fun to watch in this film. Can you talk to me about what he brought to the role that wasn't necessarily on the page?
You hit the nail on the head. I mean, Don is a great professional. He's a great actor, number one. He brings pathos. He brings humor. He brings a lot of credibility to a role like this, which was not, as you said, not really on the page. And we tried a lot of different iterations of Al-G Rhythm and trying to figure out who he was. And,
right.
Don not only being a great actor, great producer, great director, great writer himself, we were able to find that happy medium with him. And it took us a while, but we found it. And Don was, great and to work with, from the beginning to the end.
Now, there's different styles of animation in this film, from the classic 2D look to digital. Can you talk to me about the different influences of animation we see in Space Jam: A New Legacy?
That was part of. I was glad we were able to mix up the styles, with this movie, because I love the 2D animation, the pencil drawings, the charm that you see of
Me too. Yeah.
It's hard to capture and hard to beat, and we had a long time before we had to figure out. There's a lot of back and forth and development in figuring out how to translate that from 2D to 3D, and we wanted that to be part of the fabric of our story. It was one of the messages of our movie is be yourself.
Right.
Cartoons are not being themselves or being forced to be something else, in the movie, due to Al-G Rhythm. So we were, able to use that. And, because I think audiences also want to see, the classic tune stuff, but they also want to see new iterations of it as well. Right. They've been used to it at this point. Pixar, has elevated the game in such a way that 3D animation is almost the thing that you expect out of animation these days. So, to be able to give the tunes that treatment was a real special treat for me.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It was refreshing for me and as an adult seeing that classic 2D look, but I can't wait for my kid to see it for that new updated digital look. So there's something for everybody, and the film is so much fun. Malcolm, thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.